Hello. Hi. Hi.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
What is going on over there?
Oh my gosh, it's an ASMR video. Whisper. Oh yeah. Gross. That's gross. Disgusting. Put that thing away. What is it?
Put that thing back where it came from. What's so help? Hey.
No, wait. He like stuck his tongue. Like put your tongue back. Put it back. Put it back. No.
Wait,
You know, right?
It's a stupid movie.
Yeah, but it was so funny.
And then he was like, the guy that got the tongue touch was like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Hi guys.
She goes in.
Okay, so why don't we try to have a conversation?
No, please no.
No, thank you. I will not be participating.
What?
He wanted to do ASMR.
Like an entire conversation, ASMR, which is like where you're whispering into the microphone the whole time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you're the one who wouldn't be able to hear.
It wouldn't matter. Would it matter? It would matter. Would it matter?
You matter.
What would be funny is what would my answers to the questions be?
That
Even
would
like
kind
doing
of be
the
funny.
headphone challenge.
Okay. What you doing now? Are you looking?
No, he's texting Jonathan.
Okay.
He's updating her on our status of the podcast.
Wow, you nosy witch.
I can't even see. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
I literally can't read that far.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Sadly, my eyesight is getting so bad. I feel. But I'm pretty sure it's not even worse than yours yet.
Wow.
Wow.
Roundabout
That's
we always
crazy.
said yours Indiana's, and then I think DJ's, and then
I have the worst.
You know, it's interesting. I swear it's a sibling thing where it gets worse as the siblings.
Why
I'm
though?
the youngest too.
But why? Why did it happen to us then?
Oh, that.
But
I
then
don't
that's
know.
weird because Deanna is just as bad as his.
No, I don't think so.
They have the same prescription.
Hers
I thought.
is, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well then you can.
So it did like a
Yeah.
parabola.
I'm.
Parabola.
Are you the blindest of yours?
Yes. By far.
No, like by near, because you can't see.
Well,
Oh
actually,
no,
by
you
both.
by far.
By both.
Yeah. Oh.
by both near and far. I can.
Near.
I the only one I think that actually has to wear it.
Huh?
I don't know that actually has to wear something.
Really? Nah. Is always wearing glasses.
Reading glasses.
Yeah, so near.
So he's farsighted?
I know,
No.
but he doesn't need to wear it all the time.
He wears glasses too.
Also for reading.
Why are they reading so much?
Wait, but does Papa and Grandma wear glasses?
Yeah, Papa doesn't. He only uses it for reading. So I got grandma's.
He's got good sight, I guess.
Oh, it is pretty good. He still doesn't need glasses, except for reading.
He wasn't using glasses for drive.
Yeah, I mean.
Should he be though?
It doesn't mean he shouldn't, yeah.
He did his car twice recently, and that's why he had to get a new one.
Maybe it's planned. Maybe he actually was trying to get a new car. He's like, I don't like this one anymore. I want a new one.
I need to pee.
I need.
I need fabulous. Oh, mix it up, Ribbon.
Boo. Oh, I've seen, what was it? You know how people do the, would you rather have Oh no, not with your. What is it? You can either have $1 million or something. Like you gotta choose between
Would you rather?
I guess it is would you rather. No, but I don't think it was a would you rather question.
Where did you see this?
Don't remember, but maybe.
So did we want to get food sometime soon?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a tree that gave you $300 a day or $1 million right now?
Is the tree eternal?
It doesn't say. It just says, would you rather have a tree that...
Do I have to care for this tree? Because if I have to care for this tree, then would I still get more money out of it, though? $3 a day?
$300 a day.
Well, how much that is?
You always go $300 a day. Because a tree can live up to, like, a very
80
long
years
period.
or whatever, right?
Yeah, and the math on that always
Is
comes out to more
mathable.
than $1 million.
But that's also gonna... Now you're gonna have to... You probably gonna have to take care of that tree, though.
I don't know, all those trees outside that just like get rained on, they
Yeah,
live.
I mean,
Oh.
365, 36,500. Yeah, that's at least that's 100,000 in a year. So if you can keep it alive, if it stays alive by itself for 10 years, you already make
beat
more
the
than $1 million.
Yeah. But then you'd have to wait the 10 years.
Yeah,
And
well, that's good. You know how many
what
people
if-
would spend that right away?
I know, but what if you don't live the 10 years?
Then you're not gonna use the $1 million.
Oh, you don't know.
Oh, if you get it that day,
Yeah.
And you live 6 years, you get to use it for 6 years, which is more than you would get the $300 a day. If you only
That's
live
true.
6 more years, the $1 million would be more money.
But then, what rational person would use all $1 million in one that quickly?
Oh, you'd be surprised. How do you think people go and they gamble, they do drugs?
That's not a rational person, though. That's a stupid person.
In your opinion.
But I'm talking me.
Yeah. I would take the
Financial people invested in the wrong stock, invested in the wrong company, so they're rational.
That's true.
But
$300 a day.
I would take the $1 million.
Is that not a lot to you?
It is.
only after a long period, though.
yeah.
Like, you gotta wait 10 years to make the $1 million.
And
I mean, yeah, but like one paycheck for us is one paycheck for you is $800. That's over 2 weeks.
True.
Make that in 3 days. That you make at least
I can
4
make
times.
$1 million in 1 day.
I know. But if the
How is
tree
it-
does stay live longer than 10 years and you get more than $1 million.
I mean,
over
the
time-
only way I think I would choose the tree if I knew that no matter what, that tree would live forever, so that you guys could have the tree, right? So it will be something that I
Yeah.
would benefit while I'm alive, you would benefit while I'm alive,
Yeah.
and then when I pass away, you would still benefit
Yeah.
from it.
If
as
it's
well.
an eternal tree, then it's always tree. I would still pick the tree regardless, though.
I pick $1 million.
Yeah.
That's the tough one, but I think I would pick the $1 million too, just because to be able to use it right now and to be able to whatever you need to do
Yeah.
right now and live comfortable and whatever. Sometimes that's the kind of stuff that I think.
Cause now, okay, how's this? You can take that $1 million and invest it yourself and make more.
Mm.
So in 10 years, you'll have even more than the $1
You
million.
might
Yeah.
have 20. You might have 100 million.
So that's where you would take the $1 million, not to spend it all, to invest it and make more.
In
Maybe-
what though?
Stocks or like a
Just
business
putting it in
or
a
something
savings.
where you make money. Now you start to bring in money.
Assuming I knew stocks, that would be a good
Dude,
option.
Or just a business, or something in general,
Yeah.
or even a savings account.
Yeah.
You just put $1 million into a savings, you get $7,000 a month in interest.
Yeah, so that
That's
there's
true.
that. You can make more money.
I don't know. I'll just take I would still do the tree.
It's nice that you stick to what you feel like is the kind. You're not
Yeah.
gonna waver from what. you
Because a certain $300 a day like that.
Fair enough. You mean, you could get a lot of meals in one day.
I think I'm low maintenance enough where I'm just like, I'm just gonna get a small amount of money over time.
I wonder if your answer matters on your perspective of kind of commitment, kind of.
Maybe.
Because, I don't know, in my head, things don't last forever.
Yeah.
So my fear is, what if the tree dies? Or what if, something happens and you no longer get the tree?
What if someone robs your bank?
Well, then you still get $100,000
Because how? Oh,
it's federally insured, so I think you get, yeah.
Well, how?
250,000?
I thought it was only 100.
I think it's 250.
I think it's
Oh, even better.
Oh, so you would get 400,000 if you end up splitting it up and investing it into 4 different banks.
Oh, there you go.
Putting it into 4 different.
Exactly.
Then you would never lose the full 1 million.
Okay, but no one's stopping that person from robbing you again. So.
True.
Well,
Okay.
then in that case, someone can come steal your tree.
Who says they know? I'm a good secret
they'll
keeper.
see the 300 hanging
Who?
from the tree.
Who? Who's watching me?
Or what if your house catch on fire and the tree gets
Oh,
burned?
He's right.
But then what if your bank catches on fire?
He's right.
I would still get $250,000 back. You would have lost your tree.
How are we not
And I would
recording this?
still get $250,000.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand where you're coming from because in the long run, it would end up being more in the long run. But it's how long the run gonna last,
Okay.
right?
How's this? If you were only going to live for 10 more years.
Okay. Well, now you're making it like no choice.
Not necessarily. It still shows
Yeah,
like what you think,
that's true.
like how you think. Do you still want someone
Yeah.
else to decide how much money you get at a time, or would you take the million?
Mathematically, it comes out to more than $1 million, so I think I would just stick with that too.
Oh, that's the fact that you're sticking with
Yeah.
what you feel like would be the better. I mean, that's smart. I mean, because like I said, they didn't say the tree gonna die. He gonna die
Okay.
in 10 years.
A more realistic question. When you win a lottery or something, or a prize, a lot of times they give you the option.
Yeah.
You can get paid yearly, monthly, whatever.
Or get it
you
on
get
one
the
lump sum.
What would you take?
Well, I don't know actually, because if I would assume the lottery's $1 million.
Yeah.
Assume it's $1 million, right? Do they tax those?
Yes.
Yes.
And is it bigger? Is the tax bigger if I take it all in one lump sum? Probably, right?
Possibly.
If the percentage is higher, then technically it would be better if I take it all like gradually. Technically, you get more, and it would kind of follow the same logic that I have as like getting the money constantly
Yeah.
and just having that reliable source of income.
So do you just not trust yourself with a whole lot of money at once?
I just don't have. I don't see a reason to have that much money at
At once.
one time, right?
Okay.
Because like I'll need money a lot throughout life, but how often am I gonna be spending thousands of dollars at one time, other than like renting a house,
Interesting. So
which happens monthly.
I think.
I think life experience
Yeah.
affects your thinking. See, my thinking is you never know what can. I like, because we went into a situation
Yeah.
where we weren't ready for, and you never realize. So my thinking is I get all the money and then you
Security.
can, yeah.
Yeah.
Because to depend on someone else to pay it, and then
Yeah.
you don't know what can happen. I mean, one medical bill can list
Yeah.
crazy, but
I don't know. I just feel like I can do a lot with even
some amount.
that
Just a
smaller amount of
consistent
money.
payment.
Yeah. Agree to disagree.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, I don't know. My lifestyle in general. I mean, I don't pay for a lot of things now, anyways. So could be different. Like if I'm independent and on my own. But I think in general, I would
now
still.
I'm curious with
See,
Diana
but-
and DJ. what
Yeah.
they're
See,
doing.
but that's okay. So write that down so we can ask them that
No,
question.
let's
You're right.
Call
We
them.
should.
Oh, we can.
$300.
She's at Keezer's also good.
That'd be so
Versus
crazy.
$1 million.
Oh no.
I think that's
She's
what stumps me.
Look
Yeah.
at- She's
Yeah.
at some mall.
I
She's
can
probably
see why
using
you would go with it. Yeah. You trust yourself more than anyone else, so
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. But
And because you never know what life's gonna throw at you.
yeah. Assuming this magical tree is eternal and
I think
doesn't
that's the other
die.
thing. You don't know how long you're gonna live, even if the tree
Yeah.
can live forever.
But you see that's why I said earlier, if I die then I'm not gonna use the money anyways. So why does it matter how much I have?
Because what if you have kids?
Well, if I'm
Or-
talking about
or-
me now.
Oh, true.
See, but that,
And if I'm
that's
not alive,
why-
then they get the tree, though.
I don't know. Can you pass on the tree?
That's the thing
That's
too.
what
right?
I'm thinking. I don't know if you can pass on the tree.
That's
I
why
would assume you cannot.
Oh, okay.
because they're giving you a
That
stipulation.
does make sense.
Yeah.
It's very short, the question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's my thinking too. Is like, yeah, because things can happen along the way in life. Maybe you want to buy something expensive, or you have kids, or you get a medical bill, and it's like, crap, if I took the $1 million, and then you can also invest it and make more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're still working
$300
probably
a day.
through it.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
earning money there too.
Yeah.
Granted, you are working when you're doing the 300 per day, but now you have
Yeah.
that full 1 million to fall back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try call him?
You
Or
could.
Wait, why? Where is he?
he's
home.
at Tasha's.
Is he gonna be in the mood? I don't know.
You want
he
somebody?
was
more-
tired.
Let me call him.
Or text him.
Hello?
Hello.
What are you up to?
What's up? Are you up to something at the moment?
I'm gonna go play tennis. What's up?
Oh,
okay.
never mind.
Okay, no, yeah, it was like a silly question.
Okay, what? If it's a question, I'm just driving.
Oh,
Okay.
You driving?
It's a would you rather. Okay?
Okay.
Would you rather have
Sasha's in the car.
Yeah.
tell her she's free to answer as well.
Okay.
Would you rather have a money tree that produces $300 per day or $1 million right now?
$300 a day.
Why?
Because it's gonna be constant, and I'm not just gonna get it like one time or anything. It's always gonna be extra to me.
Yeah.
And it's a day. It's a day. It's not like it's $300 a month. That's like, no.
But the million today is more than 300.
What is
I know my
Tasha's?
answer is $1 million.
Huh?
I know your answer is $1 million, Mom.
Have
No,
we
it's
asked this
just the idea is just the thinking. Where I'm just curious as the thinking behind the decision. It's not a right or wrong decision. It's just
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
curious as the thinking behind it.
So you have more comfort knowing that you'll have a constant income, passive income.
My thinking is long term, yes. Like, yes, I could die tomorrow, but in my mind, I'm getting what I want from my income and from my life right now, so it would just be something nice to have on the side. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
would have the
$300
million
a
on the
day.
side.
I think yeah.
Did you hear that?
That Mom's always thinking she's gonna die tomorrow.
No, you guys are thinking I'm gonna have the 300 a day. I was like, but you can have $1 million today. If you want to
It's like
just
when
give
people
yourself
win a lottery and want to spend on everything. It's like you get the instant happiness and the instant relief from it. But to me, I know I'll get more if I get $300 a day.
He has the sad now, happy later mentality.
And
That's-
it's not necessarily sad.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like in a general sense,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I said the same thing as you.
And it also depends on what you're gonna do with the money. Like, because I'm not somebody who's like gonna get the money and go splurge it on something immediately.
Yeah, which I
Yeah,
think.
that's why. Like, if I would get the million and I would go back and invest that and make more.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what was your question
Wait,
about the 10 years? If you knew you only had
10 years to live, and I think $300 a day that comes out to
Yeah.
about $1 million.
Okay, you did not say that part.
Well, no, we're just like
Changing
trying
it.
to see
Yeah.
if the situation changes a little.
Yeah.
Or does your thinking change?
Yeah, because I stuck with the tree, even if it was the 10 years. Because mathematically, 10 years is going to be approximately where you stop at $1 million or like a little more than $1 million.
Yeah, it would take 9 years to make it.
Oh, from the 300. I see.
I think he's thinking.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
which one would you choose though?
Huh.
Which one would you choose at that point though?
Knowing that 10 years you would die.
Kind of stop at the same amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think then, yes, my answer would change, but I forgot that if you put put the million immediate into investing, then that can help you more because then it's like you're putting in all of that first thing.
Is the return immediate though?
In like a savings account. Yeah.
Investment.
A month?
Yeah.
Each month you're making.
Let's say
Yeah.
if I put it into that
Wait.
PayPal savings, I'm getting 4% of $1 million every month,
That's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
money.
and then that's gonna compound on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
That's true.
So then if you take the $7,000 that Dion was talking about that you would get interest per month and you divide them by days, technically you'll be making way over $300 a day.
Yeah, exactly. So I just
Right.
didn't think about that at first. On instant, that's
A couple
the only
hundred, I
reason
don't
I was
think
just
300.
like, oh yeah,
Okay,
get
but still
$300
though,
a day.
But still though,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I think it was, and then I think, you know how you used to tell us when we were kids where you would show us a jar of pennies versus a $10 bill, and we choose the pennies because it's more.
Yeah.
So like, kind of same thing, right? You show me $300 a day, and then you can think about like investment and stuff like with that too, and it like will continue over and over
True.
versus the immediate million.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like different
Yeah.
way I was thinking about it.
Yeah, my thinking was I don't necessarily need to see that much money right now. You know, because I don't have any reason for it for the most part. Like even if I did live on my own.
Sweet.
I think for me and maybe even mom, like my thinking is more like I would take the $1 million because it's already security for me. I
Yeah.
will continue working,
Yeah.
and I have $1 million in the bank security wise. I can still work. I can still have my income,
Yeah.
and whatever that's doing gonna be doing a lot for me.
Yeah.
Even if I decide to spend some of it, I can still have money coming in from that I'm not even really looking at,
That's true.
Yeah.
and then I gonna have my regular paycheck every month.
Yeah.
Or I could even go, be like, you know what, I kind of don't like my job that much anymore. Maybe I can go look for a job that I really like that might pay me less, but I don't
Yeah.
gotta worry because I have money in the bank, right? So it kind of
It's
just depends.
situational.
Yeah, exactly. I think it just depends on the situation, right? Because somebody who has nothing, who maybe not homeless but struggling day to day to pay their rent, pay their bills, buy food, I'm sure they would probably choose the $1 million over the
sure.
$300 a day,
Yeah.
Yep. Situation.
right? So that's why I think me and mom, I think even Dion kind of see it different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dion sees it different because she lived by herself, right? So now, no,
I also agree. Yeah, the way I grew up, I think.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that helps. But I mean, being in a situation or living on your own, it kind of opens up your understanding more of like, wow, you have to really budget your money correctly in order
Yeah.
to actually be able to live in Hawaii,
Yeah.
especially, right? So,
Okay. Interesting.
What is Tasha's?
Yeah. What's Tasha say?
Tasha says million investment.
Got you.
she's an investor, so she kind of understands that part. So,
My first thought was property.
Oh
Ah.
yeah.
true.
I'm not gonna lie.
Flipping houses and such.
Or even
Uh-huh.
just buying
Or just
and
buying
renting.
one, yeah,
Yeah,
buying
yeah,
one
yeah.
rent one whole. If you could buy one building complex
Yeah.
with like 6 apartments, and you
I
rent
think that
all
was
6
Shoot,
apartments.
in
out.
Hawaii too.
Yeah.
But that was only after calculating that it would take about 9 years to get that million.
Yeah.
Ah,
So if it was maybe less, maybe my answer would change. But because it was 9 years, I was like, it's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's also the same thing like with investing in like a retirement plan and stuff too. It's like you're not gonna get that $1 million until like 35 years later, and that's it.
Yeah.
Might take that long.
yeah.
But do you know that when people win the lottery, they have the option to have much more of it if they get it in payments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people take it like just a cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I agree with because you never know what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's where the thinking.
Yeah.
So
It's
it makes
interesting.
sense. It makes sense.
Alrighty.
It's crazy that they even have the option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think with like people who win the lottery and stuff like that, I think the bank is or the state or whatever that's doing the lottery, to them that's like they have the money to give them, so they don't care whether they take the lump sum or not.
Yeah.
Like, to them, it's like more people go buy tickets for the next lottery, so you can take that lump sum. We get more
Yeah.
money coming in anyways, so it doesn't really matter because everybody's trying to win that lottery, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that works, right?
Good job.
Thank you for participating.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Of course.
Alrighty. Have fun playing tennis.
Alright, we'll see you guys later.
Bye. Love you.
Bye,
Bye.
love you.
Love you too. Bye. Okay, so
That was
should we
fun.
go to another question or
Or
Yeah,
just
try
not,
it.
Not even gonna try, Deanna.
we can try? I call try.
Or
Where-
not
where is
call,
she?
just
Then
ask
Caesar
her.
might have an opinion.
Yeah.
I'll text Deanna.
Just be
Deanna's
like,
more
hey, are
likely
you
to
guys-
respond to a text.
Actually,
So around what time do you think you will get like hungry?
oh, that's her. Right there, yeah.
So
Well, I thought we were already
they're
gonna
moving.
discuss food, but
Okay,
then we
cool.
went into something else.
yeah,
They're in a
this is fun.
car, so it looks like they might
Oh, no,
be
might be
headed
done
home.
eating it. I
Yeah.
don't see them going to eat.
She's
it.
texting back right now.
Oh, okay.
She's like mid typing.
She's a slow type. No, just kidding.
Who is the slow side of all of us?
Where you said he lived?
I would say her.
Really?
Pretty
What is that
decent.
street around it?
I forget. I just know it starts with a K.
I know
Okay, she
What?
said she said we can call. I'm gonna call her.
It took her that
Okay.
long to say
Okay.
sure.
I'm interested in Keezer's answer too.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
You're on
Hey.
speaker.
Okay.
So are you? Alrighty. So we looked up a would you rather. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is Keezer's with you too, right?
And it's on speaker.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so the would you rather is would you rather have a money tree that produces $300 a day or $1 million right now? I feel like I know the answer.
$300 a day. That's easy. Depends how long I live. But
Depends
that's
how long you live.
consistent.
But it's more consistent.
That's consistent money. Yeah, but try to $50 in one day. Yeah, but try to do 300. So I already still have the money that I currently have, and this
Yeah.
is additional.
Yeah.
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 And to answer Keezer's question, it takes approximately 9 years to make the million that you would get at one time otherwise.
I don't think I'll live that long.
I don't think I'm living.
Take $100 a day. I'm gonna take my chance. I'm gonna take my chance. You don't want consistent money. No, that means you're spending more than $300 in one day. Yeah, but I make more than $300. No, but yeah, this is in addition to
That is
that money.
different. He's in a different tax bracket.
That's all. Not all of it. But $300 seem like a lot.
Hey, okay, so
Wait, was his
Mike.
answer a million?
If you
He
put
chose
that
the
in
million.
like your savings or something, it collects interest over time. Still, I thought I had $1 million and I can put interest now.
Yeah.
It's way more than I can get with $300 of interest
Exactly.
in one day.
Yep.
Wait, is the 9 years thing, is that like if you go with the 300 after 9 years you'll have the million?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. They can build interest faster if they take $1 million.
Mhm.
Bit interest.
okay, so Deanna Keezer,
Yeah.
what if you only have 10 years?
To live.
Yeah. You die after 10.
You know you're gonna die in 10 years from today. Do you pick the tree or the $1 million?
I was already taking $1 million. I'm still taking $1 million.
Okay, yeah. This question is more for Deanna.
The 300. I want consistent.
Still 300. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's consistent.
Alrighty.
So okay, Deanna, question for you. And I think Keezer kind of answered it. Dion said this too. So if you take the $1 million and you put it in the bank, you can in the savings, you gonna make $7,000 a month on
Yeah.
interest.
On interest. That's more than your
That's
$300.
so okay. So like
Oh.
Right. So think about this, Diana. Like, maybe you're not gonna get the $300 a day, right? But you can be getting at least $200 or so a day with the interest that you get on the $1,000,000 for the rest of your life, or for the rest of the 10 years.
Yeah.
So right. So you figure you already got the $1,000,000, right? You not gotta work to the $1,000,000, right? You already get them, but you adding $7,000 every month, right? But
Yes.
every day you're gonna have to work to the $1,000,000, and it's gonna take you 9 years to just get there.
Okay, it's not a right or wrong
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
If you want the $300 a month, that's fine. We're just understanding the thing. I'm just curious on the thinking behind it.
Yeah,
so.
in case you're curious.
That's not problem.
Yeah, that sounded like he was trying to tell you it's a story.
No, yeah, no. I was just, I mean, just
Sometimes you don't think of every situation, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. Yeah,
It's like instantly what sounds good, right? It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but then if you think what you can do to make it better, then
Yeah.
situation is different, right?
yeah.
yeah, because it doesn't really stipulate if the tree gonna live forever. Because like even if you die in 10 years, and the tree lives forever, you can give the tree to your kids or whatever, and they're gonna be able to.
We assume the tree is not passable.
Yeah.
What if your cat pees on the tree and it dies?
He didn't
See?
go with the tree
Sorry.
burns down option. He
Yeah.
went with a different way of destroying the tree.
Golden flower from Tangled, nobody knows. I'm gonna eat the tree if that's the case, and I'm the one.
Someone might take your tree.
Okay.
Not if I eat it, and the money, you know what? Yeah.
Oh, where's that gonna come out?
Gonna poop off the 300. Then nobody's gonna want the 300 after that, you know?
You know, after a tree is fully grown, I don't think you have to care for it at all. As long as you like kind of care for the soil around it, that's the thing that matters.
Yeah, you
You
still
know?
gotta water the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no,
Wait,
some
that's exactly
some
taking care of the
trees-
tree. Sorry. I just described taking care of the tree.
Yeah, you just gotta water 'em. Of course.
Just gotta-
Of course, for the trees in the evergreen forest and all of those
Yeah.
100-something-year-old trees
Yeah.
in the redwood forest, it's pretty much God
Yeah.
feeding them, and they still are like hundreds of feet tall and or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Calvary trees you do not need to take care of. They will grow everywhere, no matter what the weather, and drop that crap every winter.
All right, T.
Okay.
That was about all though. We wanted to kind of do like a psychological
Yeah.
test
Thank you for
just
your
now.
cooperation or
That
participation.
was on our podcast.
Yeah. Plus, we wanted to get you. We wanted.
Where's the consent form?
Do you want to do this?
Oh, by the way.
We're filming. Is that cool?
Okay, I guess.
Oh, there's the consent.
Well, we got the consent from DJ and Tasha, so
We actually didn't.
Yeah, we didn't.
we did.
They didn't even know they were.
What, you texted them just now?
No,
You
we never.
definitely just lied. I
You're
can't
lying
believe my
now.
father is a liar. All right, T.
Well, hello.
Thank you for including
Yes.
us.
All
Okay.
right, T.
That was fun.
Oh, and in case you're curious, we didn't actually say, but Mom, Dad, Dion, and Tasha picked the $1 million.
And Keezer.
Oh,
Well,
she
she
knows
knows
that
Keezer.
one.
Okay.
And then me and DJ picked the tree.
300?
Yeah, the $300 a day tree.
Oh, you made a funny.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, the 300.
300.
The tree hunt.
I'll take it. I'm with the boys.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
All
you
right.
again.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you.
Okay. All right. Alrighty. Can we do one more?
Of course.
Okay. So, you're given $1 billion,
It's money
Another
one
money
again.
one.
Oh
Yes.
no.
but you have to split it with somebody outside
No.
of your family, friends,
No,
close acquaintances, and circle.
One person?
One person.
or.
Who would you give it to?
Oh,
Oh.
there's no or?
No.
It's not a would you rather. It's just a
This
question.
is
Okay, try to read it again.
so. You are given $1 million.
Wait, million or billion?
$1 billion. Sorry.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Okay.
You have to split it with someone outside of your family, friends, and close acquaintance circle.
A random person.
Who would you give the $500 million to?
Oh, so it's gonna be a stranger.
Or like
Pretty- well,
someone you're not close with.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily when. Not
Can you
acquainted
give it
to.
a charity.
It doesn't say. So, who? No. So it sounds like it would have to be a person.
Okay.
You have to split it with someone. So a person outside of your family. So and you can't. Acquainted means you cannot even really know them, right?
It has to be a complete
It
stranger.
has to be a complete stranger.
So how am I gonna know who to give it to? It's somebody I don't know.
Yeah. I guess what would your criteria be to like in looking for someone? Knowing this, do you
It
just
has
give
be
it to a random
person,
person?
not an organization of any type or any type of.
Yeah, it says it has to be
Foundation.
someone outside of the family. So just someone. So I'm thinking it has to be a person, not an organization.
Outside of family, friends,
And acquaintances.
So do you
So
just
that
give it
takes
to the
out
first
everybody
person you
know,
see,
pretty much.
or do you like kind of scope a random place, find someone who seems like a cool guy, then give them that, or do you give it to a homeless person? You know, stuff like that.
Or some rando that you saw at the mall one day.
Yeah.
That was like struggling or like
Yeah.
talking to you overheard talking about how I'm struggling with my bills, my kids are sick or you know what I mean.
I'll probably go to the hospital and like give it to someone.
Oh, like the families.
Yeah. Someone
Like
that
who-
needs
that has
it,
cancer or-
Yeah.
But it's one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Probably
would-
the person that's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or or you can go to a homeless shelter, something like, or like
Well,
a shelter, something like that.
The hard thing about homeless shelters and stuff like that is sometimes the people in those housings, those homeless shelters, I feel like sometimes, not all the time, they put themselves in a situation. So to know who did that is hard, right?
Yeah, that is true too.
Right? You don't know if the guy was on
patient
chronic
thing would
gambler.
probably be the best. You
and now they're homeless because they had to sell their house, everything,
know?
and they have nothing now because of the gambling, right? So did you want to give somebody $500 million who might have a gambling problem,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I guess there really is
Random.
no better option than probably the hospital.
Than somebody who might be sick in the
See, but
hospital.
even then, like Grey's Anatomy, you could give it to a murderer technically,
That is true.
accidentally.
Like maybe that person was actually.
Mom Johnson might be totally different.
Who are you giving it to?
I would actually look for a celebrity
Okay.
that would most likely donate it to
Oh.
another cause or help
Ah.
other people.
That's smart. Go
Yeah,
give
'cause
it
no-
to.
Because
Give
I
it
don't
to-
know this celebrity.
You
I
know-
don't like, but
Nothing's stopping you from asking them to do something with the 500, but you can give it to a specific person, but you can ask them to put into charity.
yeah, but they might not,
Yeah.
right?
But I'm just saying though,
Yeah.
nothing's stopping you from
Yeah.
I know.
talking
At
to them
first,
about
I
it
thought
first.
my favorite celebrity, but it's like, no, they already have money. Why would I?
Yeah.
Because then they would be more likely to put it to good use,
True.
donate it to, because they already don't need the money.
Yeah.
They're gonna need the tax break on
So,
it
so,
too.
so I would think.
So they would a celebrity you know that like is nice, does good things,
Yeah.
and they would actually use it to go help other people.
Yeah.
So somebody like Keanu Reeves then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody that always volunteers for stuff or donates or I mean yeah, and if they're successful, they don't need the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chances
that's
of
true.
them just
500
keeping it
million
for them,
though.
That's
half a billion.
lot. Shit.
That's a lot of money.
that
Bruh.
is, but I think in someone successful, the
That's
money
true.
would do more
Yeah.
than to one. I mean, yeah,
That's
sad
a
for a
good
family
point.
that has cancer, but if that person, all that treatment still doesn't work,
Yeah.
I mean, the family's gonna enjoy the money, I guess.
That
but-
is less people that would get to enjoy the money, assuming the celebrity does donate.
But if you did give it to someone successful
Yeah.
and who does good things with their money,
Yeah.
it'll
That actually.
it might actually go benefit since you can't actually give it to a foundation or a charity.
Yeah. That's actually a
Yeah.
great, like, point. See, that's the kind of stuff that I say you always think really outside the box with some stuff that, because not everybody would have thought of that. Hers was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Hospital
that-
or homeless shelter or but that's a person. Yeah.
Yeah. That is probably like the most definite way that more people would benefit.
I
from
wouldn't
it.
think about a homeless person if the reason they became homeless is like just a shitload of stuff happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, medical bills, and they were rich, but they tried everything to save their family member, but didn't succeed.
Yeah.
And now they're in so bad debt because
Yeah.
of all the medical.
Yeah.
If you
That
can
one-
interview this person, then
Yeah.
this would
Yeah.
then
If I
this
can-
is
yeah,
an easy
that's
question,
true.
right?
Yeah.
I needed to ask
It's
them,
much
you know,
easier.
how are you in this situation?
Yeah.
And not even tell them that they're getting anything out of it. Just like talk to them and find out what's going on with them. And after the interview is done, you realize then kind of okay now I wanted to do this for you. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Right.
Yeah. Plus, you never know how much that grand of a gesture to someone in that position could end up doing something with it after the
They
same
could
way
still
that celebrity
benefit,
would,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It would be
And
technically
pass it
less
on.
money, assuming they use it to as much as they need to and then donate. But that is an interesting one. I would not have thought of that.
Yeah. That is
That
actually
is so clever.
and to be honest with you, that way would probably end up benefiting way more people.
Yeah,
Like
That would be the
Big
hope, that's
time.
why.
yeah. I mean, with guys like Keanu Reeves, who like gives people on the street money, buys
Yeah.
people on the street stuff, like gives people
Yeah,
clothes. Like,
somebody not gonna keep them for themselves.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
like be stingy.
a lot of athletes actually tend to donate a lot of their money.
yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it is tax break and realizing that if I don't, I'm gonna pay
Yeah.
like X amount more, so I gotta try and keep some of my money to myself.
Yeah.
So I gotta donate some to the right place, and I would think for them, it makes sense to them to donate to someplace that matters to them.
Yeah.
Right. So that it makes a lot of sense, right?
He would give it to Steph Curry. No, just kidding.
I would trust him.
Yeah. He would probably do a lot of good with it.
I'd probably try to give it to someone who was likely to donate to Hawaii.
So I
Hawaii.
wonder if you donated it to the governor, would he do the right thing?
A politician, though?
No, I don't trust.
That's scary. That. Yeah. I mean, you never really know though.
Shoot, if anything, I would give it to like the best doctor.
Oh? Or someone doing research,
Yeah.
maybe?
Someone actually trying to help.
Cancer research.
That's not awful. That's an interesting one, though, for sure. $500 million. Good lord, that's a lot of money, man. Sheesh.
Shoot, forget about that tree.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait,
There's no
Wait,
way you can get
oh.
$500 million in a lifetime, I think.
Oh, that's the cutoff.
Yeah,
Now the
if the
$300
difference is
a
that
day would
big-
be okay.
so, if you had your tree, it was $300 a day, and say you got it at age 20, and you live to 70, how much money would that be?
$200. Well, it's almost $900,000 a year,
So times,
or
what is that?
I think more than that.
50 years?
Yeah.
So you'd
How
still
much
only
is
get 50 million,
Is that what
a
that
little less.
1,800,000 times 10. That'd be about $10 billion. Wait.
Wait, what? If you're only getting 900,000 a
92
day,
feet.
like year,
That's really high.
times like 50 years.
I definitely did that wrong.
Counting the slow too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't it only be at least 50 million only?
Well, 900 million times 5 is 1.8
Wait, 900 million a year or 900,000?
900,000,
a year?
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be around 10 million.
Wait, 900,000 a year.
Would it not be 50 million? Because 900,000 is only 100,000 short of a million, right?
Oh yeah.
So if you
So it
times
would
a
be
million
like 40,
times
48
50.
million or 49,675,000 something something.
Wait, it's
whatever.
100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Oh shoot, then
100,000
it's
a
like
year.
only like 2 million.
It's 5
Fuck,
million.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
What
yeah.
numbers did I have in my head?
I don't know.
I
Oh yeah, because it was supposed to be 9 years to make $1 million.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. That's right. Or to make $1 million. And if you just multiply by 5, that's 5 million. That's right.
Yeah.
How did I get 1 billion? 10 billion.
Would you rather have a penis for fingers? Or fingers for...
I was multiplying 900,000 by 50 for some reason.
But even that would only be
That would
50
still be
million.
10 million.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think so.
900,000 times 50?
Dude. I'm sad.
I don't know.
45 million, yeah.
Oh, for
I don't
what
know.
if? Yeah.
So how much does that equal after 50 years?
5 million.
That's it?
Yeah. We thought it was more too.
Yeah, because, well, you make $1 million over 10 years.
You know what'd be interesting with these questions? If when you first ask it, you gotta give an answer right away. Like when
Yeah.
No,
second.
Don't even
no,
think
like
And
about it.
then
thinking.
you get to think about it and then see if your answer changes.
Okay, we'll try one then. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. You gotta give them right away.
I'm not doing that.
No,
Well,
You get to think
technically you
about-
did, because you were like 300 for...
Yeah, you
It
went right
seems
And
on.
you were
more.
like, boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were like, boom.
Try it.
Didn't
Then
matter.
you get to think about it and then think like, was that the right answer?
Yeah.
or-
This is not gonna be the same. It might not hit the same, but let's see what.
You never know.
Okay. Every job you take
Oh, gosh.
will pay you $250,000 a year for full-time employment.
Okay.
What job do you take?
Oh,
Oh.
wait.
Wait, that's not like
Yeah.
the same.
That's-
Well, I said that's why it's not gonna hit the same.
Babysitter.
Hey, $250,000 babysitter.
Movie critic.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a good one.
Any job that already pays money, or can I just like do whatever for?
It's any job.
Wait, I'm a streamer now.
Oh, boom! There you go. Boom. Okay, streamer. I would be a dog walker.
Oh, you
Ew,
like dogs a lot.
take a lot of crap.
Only one, though. Only one
Crap.
dog. That's it. I pick them up at work right now.
Oh, true.
So.
Still?
But you only get paid.
Yeah, I
I
mean.
would get extra. I was like, I would not.
Well, you know, he told me that I don't need to.
Okay, but if nobody else is in the office, you get to smell it?
Yes.
Yummy.
So I choose to pick it up.
That's...
I must have been thinking 900.
No, I mean he's very, very appreciative of the fact
Yeah,
that I
okay,
don't
then that
leave
would
it.
make
Like he
sense.
not.
No, that
He said,
wouldn't.
you don't. I'm not.
Well,
900
Call me or
million
whatever.
would
Let
still
me know and I'll
up
come
to-
clean it up. And I'm like,
50
oh,
billion,
that's
yes.
cool, it's not like
but I was so confused
that
by
big of a
billion.
deal. is.
Yeah. And then 10. Not even like a.
I would go out. Walk
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Where'd
that
you
was
go?
interesting. I was
gotta
like,
clean the shit up
not
there.
even really. I think you need food.
Oh, so the way you multiply by 5 most times is you divide by 2 and then you multiply by 10. That's usually the easiest way to do it, right? But I did it wrong. I multiplied by 2. I just straight up multiplied by 2.
Oh.
I used instead of dividing by 2 and then multiplying by 10
Oh, so you did 900 million
times 2. Yeah.
Oh,
And then I thought that was supposed to be multiplied by 5, so then I multiplied by 10. Right? Because to get 50, you multiply by 5 and then you multiply by 10. Yeah.
Shortcuts. Sometimes they screw with you.
Yeah. that was a trip. I had to, because my brain had to have gone somewhere. I can't be a math major and get something that outrageously wrong. I had to have had some way of thinking.
That was too funny.
That was the thing that was bothering me. I'm just like, how did I even process that so wrong? I like the would you rathers a lot.
Yeah. It's fun.
When they're
When
that.
it's not disgusting. when
Yeah,
it's like-
they get that when they get that interesting though. It's really fun for me. So would we actually go somewhere to get food?